Matt Holmes to jump it and does not win the tip. Billy Daniel does control, and we are underway. Bearcats will go right to left. First possession is Truman State. They go left to right. Jackson underneath, and already a layup inside to Billy Daniel. Daniel looked like he shuffled his feet a little bit there, but did it quick enough. That quick pass, and right off the bat, a 2-0 lead for Truman State. Schmidt, corner, Brandon Book, pull up from 15 is good, and Book answers that. Looking smooth and easy there. That's always a good sign. Brandon hits that first shot.
So in less than 30 seconds, both teams with a basket up on the board. A lot of purple in the gym tonight.
Yeah, an abundance of it, no question about it. Bearcats in their home whites with purple numbers and the black trim around it. And then, of course, gray jerseys with purple trim and white numbers for the Bulldogs. They also have purple. Here's Murphy coming. Left baseline goes up. Strong. He missed it. Rebound to Matt Holmes. Kicks it out. Schmidt pump fake three. Gets it back out. Book. Knock up top for Schmidt. Schmidt looking for Carson. Spins off the defender. Gets it right wing. Logan Carson. He lost it. Had his pocket picked. Back the other way. Cole Myers goes up and scores. Corey Myers, and he just picked Carson's pocket and went down the other way for a breakaway layup.
Yeah, Carson tried a crossover move, and he failed on that attempt. Good defense by Truman.
He crossed it right over. Corey Myers crossed it right over down to the right and in that bucket, and that was
for a fast break layup.
Break layup, but that was not good. Here's Holmes the other way, goes up strong, and he gets tied up, and it'll be a traveling call. So Bearcats unfortunate there. Good defense, and again, it's just so obvious when you watch the GLVC play. It just seems like you just got to tick that up a notch faster and get ready to go. And it just seems like sometimes when the Bearcats start these games, it's just like the opponent's that much faster than they are, and they got to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's the danger of playing some lesser-known opponents in your non-conference schedule, because when you get into the GLVC competition, it's a whole nother level of excellence.
Bearcats with possession after the miss. 2 minutes gone. They trail 4-2. Murphy. It's a pick there from Book. Murphy looking. Likes it free to try to throw it a Book, and he lost it. As Seth Jackson right there with him, and miscommunication there, and another turnover for the Bearcats, so they've turned it over on their last two possessions.
Well, solid defense so far for the visiting team.
And Bearcats actually 3 turnovers. They've turned it over in their last 3 possessions. Popping up Mills, his pop jump is no good, but deflects free. Daniel gets it in the corner. Vanderswag. Now Myers back over to Vanderswag, and he ran him over. Boy, he ran over A.J. Schmidt. And I'll tell you this much. If Corey Myers doesn't know who A.J. Schmidt is, he should figure that out pretty quickly, that's not where you want to go. And Myers his first, and that's the team's first.
Yeah, I've been watching McKendree basketball many, many years. I can't recall a player who picked up more charging fouls per minute played than A.J. Schmidt. He just has a knack for getting the position.
And Carson off the screen by Matt Holmes. Executed nicely there, and the Bearcats tight. Now a steal. Carson the other way, 3-on-3. Logan doesn't have the numbers. He'll slow it down for Schmidt. Schmidt, A.J. behind the back dribble, driving in the lane, looking. Bounce pass inside. Holmes up and under. He got fouled. Boy, good job there. Excellent entry feed by A.J. Schmidt. I thought it was really a low percentage play, but he made that pass perfectly into Holmes. Sort of a wraparound, down low bounce pass. Really nicely done.
Kind of hooked it in there, and Holmes got really good position with his lower body. Again, Matt, not a great free throw shooter, doing better of late, 44% on the season. Got off to a terrible start at the line, but obviously been working on that stroke at the charity stripe, and hopefully we can get him over that 50% mark before too long. He gets plenty of chances there.
And he split that. So it's a pair, and what you would expect, the split from Matt Holmes. Back the other way, Myers with a carry and a turnover by Truman. So last 2 times down, they've turned it over. Already 3 turnovers for the Bearcats and 2 for Truman. Bearcats a 5-4 lead. Just over 3 minutes gone here in this first half. Now it's Carson out of the corner from 15, and he buries it. And Logan Carson, after that turnover, boy, he looks pretty confident going up with that jump shot.
The Bearcats, when they have gotten a shot have been very successful.
Jackson up and under, missed it. Murphy the rebound. Outlets to Schmidt, right side. AJ for Book, now to Carson. Avoids the steal, goes up and jams it home. Logan Carson, he's got 6 right off the bat. And we're going to get a whistle here. They stopped play. I don't know why they would have.
Substitutions are waiting to check in, I guess, for Truman. But Carson doesn't. Slender 6'5". He saw a sliver of daylight along that baseline and jammed it home.
Now, Reed Mills went for the steal and didn't come up with it, and that's when Carson knew he had the baseline, and he just took it and jammed it home. Bearcats with 7 straight and a 5-point lead. Jackson up top, guarded by Murphy. Bearcats man-to-man defense. Mills driving, left baseline, floats it up, left it too hard, and the rebound to Murphy. And Murphy, a couple of boards already, been strong on the glass. And the Bearcats only given the one and done for Truman State. AJ up top, almost had his pocket picked. In trouble, gets it over to Book. Brandon Book looking, little bounce pass inside. Murphy able to save it. AJ goes in the lane and he traveled. Just tell he was uncertain when he got that ball, and that usually leads to something bad as Arthur Williams and Michael Jackson check in. Matt Holmes and John Murphy check out. It's a pretty good 1-2 punch for the Bearcats. Another thing that they need, these 2 players are keys for them, just as important as the starters, to give them that valuable bench play.
Well, absolutely. Both have really played well of late after getting off to a little bit of a slow start. And Jackson getting a lot more playing time with the injury to McDowell.
They check in Hank Matthews, number 10, who's in the game, as well as 35, Patrick Burmester. Vanderswag trying to get around a defender, cannot do it. And now Mills, he'll pull up for the jump shot, left it short. Long rebound deflected through Carson and AJ. And they get it back. Long 3-ball from the wing, no good. And Arthur Williams had it knocked away. Vanderswag able to get it back down. They're just out hustling the Bearcats for these loose balls this possession. Vanderswag, 3-ball is short. And the rebound finally to AJ Schmidt. He and Book collide, but Schmidt comes down with it. Well, they gave him 3 cracks at it, but they came up with nothing. Here's Carson, left wing. Logan rolls to Williams. Arthur spinning, turning. Back to Carson, goes up and under and scores. Logan Carson, count the bucket, and a blocking foul. Logan Carson on fire. Early going. Oh, don't touch him, you'll get burned. He has been on fire here early on. He'll get a free throw after this official's timeout. We'll take it quickly with him. 14:27 to play first half. Bearcats off to a great start and an 11-4 lead on the Bearcat Sports Network. Joe Zidlow and Ken Zimmerman back live to the Harry M. Statham Sports Center. Bearcats out to an 11-4 lead. Logan Carson to the foul line trying to complete a 3-point play. That last foul on his counterpart, number 10, Hank Matthews, his first. And the third-team foul already on Truman State. And things going a good way here for the Bearcats after a little bit of a slow start.
A nice run. Carson, 87% free throw shooter. And makes the 3-point play. So 9 points for him after that early turnover. It was really kind of a wake-up call for him, I think, Joe, because he has really stepped up his game, and the Bearcats looking a lot better after some early turnovers.
And, we've seen early on when he's turned it over in a few games where he's kind of just lost himself, and there's a 3-ball by Cole Myers, the brother of Corey, who just checked into the game. And that stops a pretty good run there by the Bearcats. They had reeled off 10 straight.
Kyle Yates, wearing number 30, 6'2", sophomore out of Bethalto, getting some playing time as the backup point guard.
Holmes up and under, and he left it short to the right side. And rebound, they come the other way. Burmester goes up, had a shot blocked by Book. Goes up again and draws the foul. Brandon, that time, got him a little bit with the body, and he'll pick up his first, the team's first, and that will send... It's 32, Connor Erickson who just checked in. I correctly identified him as Burmester. And free throw is well hard off the back iron. 12-7 lead for the Bearcats. Book will check out. Williams in the game. So Arthur Williams and Matt Holmes in the game together. Should lead to some good Low post play here for the Bearcats as well. Second free throw rattles home for Connor Erickson. They have the last four. 12-8 Bearcats now by 4.
Seesaw battle here in the early minutes.
Yates to Jackson. Jackson out of the left corner. Now, left block Holmes hands it to Jackson. Jackson trying to shake free. Oh, for Holmes. Holmes. It's a pick there from Williams. Now back to Jackson. 15 to shoot. Michael driving. Left baseline. Goes up and under. Left it too hard. Rebound to Holmes. He goes up and he got fouled. Boy, Matt Holmes has been aggressive here early on. And good to see Jackson doing it. Just left it a little too much air. Didn't get the glass. But a good drive in the baseline. And it's one thing we see Michael Jackson do a lot of. Be assertive when he's seen a lane, either the left or right side. Take it along that baseline.
He's good off the drive as the free throw rattles in for Holmes. And before that miss by Jackson, the Bearcats made 5 of their first 6 shots from the field. So even still, they're 5 of 7, shooting over 70%. And Holmes, again, a 44% free throw shooter, but he's made 3 of 4 in this first half.
And as you said, he's going to get a lot of opportunities, so very key for him to continue to build on that free throw shooting. He could somewhere get to the 65, 70%. That would be a great asset to the Bearcats.
He's been to the line more than any other Bearcat by far. Got a foul away from the ball against the Cats. 13:01 to go first half.
Didn't get that if that was Murphy or Williams on the foul. It is Murphy. That'll be John's first and the team's second. They have 4 team fouls, and now loose ball. Bearcats, Williams with the steal. Yates able to tie up, and now a held ball, and it'll be possession arrow to the Bearcats. So Yates on the floor. Williams as well, able to poke it free.
Yates couldn't go anywhere. Erickson was laying across the back of his legs as he was down on his knees there, and Cats get it on the alternating possession.
That certainly was a tough play there for Kyle, but good aggressiveness by Williams and Yates going for that loose ball. Bearcats ball. They have the lead by 6, 12, 50, and counting on Mark here to play in the first half. Yates winning the point. Right corner, Michael Jackson. Right block, Arthur Williams. Backs in his man. Turns, goes to the paint. Out to Jackson. Pull up 3 ball is too hard. Long rebound to Murphy. Bearcats get a second chance. Holmes goes up and under. Kicks it back out. Arthur Williams, left elbow up top for Yates. Yates dribbles left corner. He'll put up a floater, and that one too hard. Loose ball rebound. Williams had it, and it knocked away. And the ball comes to Cole Myers. So Bearcats had a few opportunities there, just couldn't get it to go down.
Not the best shots that they would have liked to have, though. Good defense there by Truman State.
And Mel's off the pick, gets a 3 ball. Yates got to fight through that a little bit better to get through that pick.
Yeah, that's happened to him twice since he's been in the game, where he's gotten hung up on a pick and left the shooter wide open for a 3.
And Holmes had the ball knocked away, gets it back now underneath to Yates, back to Holmes. Holmes, he gets bumped, and there's a traveling call. He was out of control. And the turnover for the Bearcats.
Holmes working hard in there, but he's had a hard time getting his shot off against this defense for the Bulldogs. They've really hounded him every time he's had his hands on the ball down low.
5 turnovers for the Bearcats.
A.J. Schmidt back in, replacing Yates. And Book back into the game in place of Holmes.
Book went for the steal, did not get it. Now Jackson. That's Jackson and Murphy on him. Jackson looking. Right side, 3-point stripe, backs it out. Now to Cole Myers. Corner, Vanderswag. Now it's Burmester, a 3. That one barely nicked the front of the rim, and easy rebound there for Brandon Book. Bearcats by 3. 14:20 to play here in the first half, but they've rolled off some points here. Outscored the Bearcats 7-2 in this latest run. Book up top. Brandon Book will cross over now for Murphy. It's a pick from Book up top. Another from Williams. They weave up top. Book in trouble. Now for Murphy. Murphy going to drive. Right baseline. Back to Book. Book. Pump fakes. Going to put up one contested. That one off the iron. No good. And the rebound to Cole Myers.
Boy, Truman really extends their defense, and the Bearcats are having to work hard to get off quality shots in the half court.
Myers up with it. Off the glass. Too hard and well off. And the rebound to Williams. For A.J. Schmidt. 10:35 to play, first half. Bearcats with the ball and up 14-11. Schmidt for Book. He'll pull up. Long three. He was open. That one too hard. And the rebound to Vanderswag. The outlet in the corner. Burmester. Now for Jackson. Seth Jackson driving. Left baseline now in the corner. Double team. Kicks it out quickly. Burmester hands to Jackson. Jackson looking in the lane. Kicks it out. Vanderswag. Three ball is good. And just like that, it's tied. And Vanderswag, his first three. And they have countered with a 10-2 run of their own.
Got to get that offense going. We made 5 of our first 6. We've missed our last 6 shots, and now another turnover. We'll give the ball back to Truman State.
And we'll take a timeout with him. 9:51 to play. Truman State on a 10-2 run, and they have knotted this game at 14. This is McKendree men's basketball on the Bearcat Sports Network.
9 points for Carson to lead all scorers. Bearcats haven't gotten much from anybody else, though, in this first half.
Vanderswag, another three, open this time, opposite side. He missed it. And the rebound to Yates for Murphy. Murphy looking, going to drive right baseline. We get a whistle, offensive foul on Matt Holmes. Away from the ball. Second time it been whistled away from the ball, and that's the first on Holmes.
Yeah, Holmes getting
a team foul.
Get a little frustrated, Joe. Truman State's been making him really work hard on the offensive end, and give credit to their defense.
Every time he's touched the ball, they have collapsed. Open three, Mells, and he hits that one. Carson late to get there, and another three. Reed Mells with 6. And they have rattled it off right now. That's a 13-2 run they're on currently.
Bearcats giving up too many open threes here early. Ball kicked, 26 seconds to shoot. Cats will throw it in on the sideline.
Yates for Murphy. In the paint, they go to Holmes. Backdoor. Oh, look at Carson again. Backdoor to Carson. He scores. He's got 11 of the Bearcats' 16 points.
He's single-handedly keeping us in this game.
Driving. Oh, nice little poke check. And knocking that ball away from Yates. Inside. Holmes goes up and scores. Boy, turnover and quick transition bucket. Kyle Yates, great play on both ends.
Good job of running the floor there by the big guy, Matt Holmes. Undersized center at 6'5", but runs the floor extremely well.
Inside, Daniel. Up top, Mills. Mills inside. He goes to Daniel, and he'll score in the layup. Boy, he just threaded the needle on that pass and got it through. And Truman back up by 1 with 8:15 to play first half. Yates for Holmes. Up top, right elbow. He gets bumped that time now, and they're going to call a travel on Holmes. And you pointed it out, he's getting frustrated, and Williams timely to come in and enter this game and get Holmes a breather.
Officials have let these teams play. They've been reluctant to call fouls in this first half, and they've been consistent on both ends. They're allowing a little bit of contact, and normally you maybe get a foul call out of that play, but Holmes called for the travel this time.
And Jackson takes his defender and goes up and under and scores. They've got the last 4. Murphy spinning towards the bucket. His shot blocked, and the loose ball gathered in by Myers. Here comes Truman State.
I thought Murphy got hit on the arm there, Joe. But again, they've been consistent on both ends. The Cats are just going to have to adjust to that style.
And a block there. A block by Yates, I believe, on Daniel. Daniel then tied up, able to get that back out from Mills. Myers up and under, left it short. And look at that. He looked for contact. There was no whistle.
Well, like I said, it's fine if you're going to call it that way on both ends, and the teams will have to adjust. The team that makes the best adjustment is going to win.
There's Williams turning. Goes up, half hook, missed it. Gets his own rebound. Arthur back up and scores. Arthur Williams, his first 2. 21-20 Truman State. And Bearcats have to know they can be a little more aggressive defensively and get away with it. Jackson, Mills. cutting in the lane. Cole Myers left the floater, and he scores. Cole Myers with 5. The Myers brothers, a pretty nice job here between the two of them. And here's Yates going in. He'll score in a layup. Boy, saw a couple defenders turn their back, and Kyle Yates just took it right in. 23-22 Truman. 6:15 to play, first half. Daniel, left corner. We're going to get a whistle, and now we get a foul call. And, you know, they've called, that's at least the third foul they've called away from the ball.
Yeah, it's been odd because you're right. The fouls that have been called have been few and far between, and they tend to be away from wherever the ball is at the time. There's a lot of contact going on near the ball.
Jackson and Schmidt back into the game for the Bearcats. Vanderswag, after a brief respite, comes back in, and so does Burmester, and he'll take that 3, and he'll hit it.
Boy, why? He couldn't have been more wide open. The Bearcats overplayed the ball down low, and good job of kicking it out there to the open shooter. And 3-point shooting's been the difference in this one so far. Truman having more success from beyond the arc, getting a lot more opportunities out there.
Carson, his 3 ball is good. That's a 2. They said he was on the line. Logan Carson continues his torrid play and pace. 11 points, actually 13, 6 of 6 from the field.
It's been one of the best halves of the year for him.
Mel's a 3, and he rattles that one in right in front of Carson.
But that's the third one that he's buried from that same general area at the top of the key. They're going to start finding him defensively.
Carson in the corner. Going to drive, baseline, gets it to Jackson. Almost turned it over. Michael Jackson up strong. He didn't get it to go down. Tries again, doesn't get it to go down. Arthur Williams in there, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Williams.
Well, that's a shame. Good effort there by the Bearcats. Jackson had a couple of chances. A little too strong with the shot. Williams was boxed out. Had he been just a little bit less aggressive, he might have gotten away with that rebound without the foul call, but leaned in a little bit and drew the attention of the officials.
Truman started the game 2 for 10. They're now 11 for 24, so 9 of their last 14. And to your point, those open threes as well. That's been a big key. Jackson floats it, no good. Rebound Williams. Or Schmidt.
Better defense that time by the Cats.
Arthur for Logan Carson. Carson stops. Right wing, Yates. Little crossover, Yates. Leaves it there for Schmidt. Schmidt now for Carson. Carson looking for a pick. Jackson right there with him. Now to Yates. Yates, they weave up top. Now to Jackson for Yates. Almost had it knocked away. 7 to shoot. Bounce pass. Right block. Williams, little half hook, and that one will go down. He'll get the roll.
Wasn't pretty, but a good follow through there by Williams.
Now it's Vanderswag. A little give and go there with Matthews. Now Mills, Vanderswag in the lane. Little fall away jumper, and that will get the roll.
Truman State really starting to find the range with their shots.
There's Carson driving. Left baseline goes up, drew the foul. Drew the blocking foul on Vanderswag.
He made sure Carson didn't get another monster jam there on the baseline.
Yep. And that's the first on Vanderswag. 15 foul. We'll take a timeout. 4:08 to play here in the opening half. Truman State leading the Bearcats 31-26. This is McKendree men's basketball on the Bearcat Sports Network. Logan Carson to the foul line with 3:49 to play here in the first half. Bearcats trail by 5, and Carson on fire. Hasn't missed from the field yet, and has a free throw as well. 13 points to lead all scorers.
I hope we don't jinx him here. 87% at the line. He was our best foul shooter last year, best foul shooter this year, and makes the first. So Carson adds to his impressive first half. And perfect again at the line for Logan. 15 points in the first half. 6 for 6 from the field. 3 for 3 at the line. You can't do much better.
He just looks so confident right now, even when he gets the ball. You're right. After that turnover, we've seen it go the other way sometimes with him as Mells hits another 3. He's got 4 threes, and the Bearcats continue to give up the 3 ball. They are now 7 of 12 from 3-point range. He's 4 of 4.
List him at 5'11". That might be generous. He's a southpaw, but he's had no problem getting his shot off on the perimeter.
Carson now for Arthur. Williams up top now. Yates. Kyle Yates up top looking. Right corner, A.J. Schmidt, 10 to shoot. A.J. up top, 8 to shoot, 7. Schmidt gets a pick up top from Arthur. Now kick it back out. Arthur, long jump shot. That one off and too hard. As the shot clock running down. Not the shot you wanted, but they had to get something up. And Bearcats trail by 6 with 2:50 to play. Brandon Book set to check in. Vanderswag left it too short on the iron, and the rebound deflects to Arthur Williams. Arthur looks like he might be getting a little bit tired, even though they had the timeout. He's up top. Carson. And a swing free, gets a pick there. Carson. All for Yates. Yates going to go in the lane. Took it strong, missed it. Rebound Williams, and he'll score.
Big time rebound there for Arthur Williams, the senior from Cairo.
Timeout, 30-second timeout called by Truman State, so we'll leave it here.
2 minutes and 19 seconds left in this very entertaining first half, and hopefully the Bearcats can get a stop or two on the defensive end and maybe cut into that lead or perhaps take a lead in a halftime.
Clearly the three-point shot, the difference there, 7 of 13, and here's Mells again open for 3. Missed that one. Make it 7 of 14. Bearcats just 0 of 2.
He doesn't miss from the top of the key, but...
And Carson goes in again. Logan Carson. They cannot stop him. 17 in the first half. Bearcats within 2. Mells looking to drive. Yates stripped it away. Yates able to get it and steal. Mells tried to get too cute, and Kyle Yates got him. Well, Kyle Yates has played extremely well here in this first half. A couple of defensive issues early, but he's been aggressive, and that's what the Bearcats need.
And he hasn't turned the ball over when he's been running the offense, and that's very important.
Oh, backdoor to Carson. He dishes it off. Jackson, short jumper, and that's too hard. Boy, Carson avoided the offensive foul, able to cut a dish and turn his body away. And a little too hard for Michael Jackson. In the lane, up and under, and missing the layup, and then a loose ball. Saved by Carson. Well, the Bearcats, again, there's some... I think that was Cole Myers going in. He looked again for the contact. Not going to get it, son. Somebody's got to be a little tougher here around the bucket in order to get that call. And backdoor, Jackson up and under, and he got creamed. And looked like there's contact, and it's knocked out of bounds. And that's what you would... boy, I got to tell you, that
Coach Datham is just incensed. I mean, how that wasn't a foul. You called it exactly right. I mean, anytime you make a swinging block like that, usually you get called for the foul even if you didn't make all that much contact. But sure looked like a foul was missed there.
No question about it. And play goes on. A block, it's Book. He tries to go under. They call an elbow, which is just, again, I laugh about it just because of the fact that what we see teams getting away with. The officials tonight, Devin Dobrik, Bradley Fritsch, and Mark Halsell. Again,
not familiar with
I'm not either. I mean,
Mark Halsell is a longtime official who's...
And Carson again from the corner. We're tied at 34. He's got 19. Actually, the Bearcats up one now, 35-34. Excuse me. My goodness.
Carson has taken 11 shots from the field and at the free throw line and has not missed in the first half.
He has been fantastic here tonight. Long three, missing this time. He hates the rebound, tries to get the loose ball, and then a reach-in foul. And probably a wise one there, but that's going to be the 17th foul, so Yates will go to the foul line.
Well, a 7-0 run here for the Bearcats to take the lead. 25.4 seconds to go in the first half. Kyle Yates just 0 of 2 at the foul line this season. Again, very limited playing time. He's seeing a lot more action now with Nate Michael, the Bearcats' freshman backup point guard, out with that foot injury.
And again, they had the score incorrect. I thought it was 34 all, and that's what it is, 34 apiece. They'd given the Bearcats an extra point, but Carson, 19 of the 34 points. And Yates now with a very important one-on-one opportunity here. Bends at the knees, and perfect from the line. Kyle Yates, what a great first half he has had. 3 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and the key number, the goose egg, no turnovers.
Well, that's that's the reason A.J. Schmidt plays so darn much. And in addition to being a good defensive player, he just does not turn the ball over at the point guard position. So to have a guy coming off the bench and doing the same thing for you, that's going to be a big asset for the Bearcats.
Bearcats by 2 now, 36-34 as he makes both free throws, and they'll hold for the last shot. Mills is having everybody clear out. It's going to go on Yates. Bearcats have a foul to give. That's something to remember now. Hopefully Yates is aware of that. If he tries to drive, we got to slow him down. Here's where I'd foul him right here, and they will reach in. Good play by Kyle Yates. Very, very smart play. They had the foul to give. That's a real heady play.
Yates out of Bethalto High School. Very good program there for many years.
So now they got 3.3 left. A throw in and a quick shot here. Jackson looking. Gets it in. Vanderswag stolen away by Book, but knocked out of bounds. 2.6 seconds left. So again, they'll throw in from in front of us. And the Bearcats see if they can hold it up here. Jackson looking to throw in. Still looking. We get a whistle and an offensive foul on Mills. Reed Mills whistled for the foul. I was complaining.
Trying to get
and look at what happened. How about that? He didn't get away with it that time.
No, he's trying to get open for another three, which he's done quite a few times in this first half, but did not get away with the push-off that time. 2.6 for the Bearcats.
Carson to throw it in to Jackson at the half-court stripe. Jackson, he'll put it up at the buzzer. It won't go down. It would have counted as he got too much back iron. Good job by the Bearcats. What a nice finish. They were down 34-28 and an 8-0 run to take this to a 2-point lead at the half, and the Bearcats defended that very well.
But a good first half overall for the Bearcats. A phenomenal first half for Logan Carson. 8 for 8 from the field, 3 for 3 at the foul line. He had a turnover, and that was very early in the game, and it seemed to really provide a wake-up call for him. He looked just a little bit lethargic the first minute or two, but after that turnover, it's like something flipped a switch, and he was just unstoppable. Had a baseline jam. He just did it all for the Bearcats in that first half.
His stats are ATO after the turnover, right, or ATTO or whatever, ATO or whatever you want to call it, but 19 points, you're right, fantastic here. And set to start the second half, Truman will have the opening possession, and the Bearcats will attack left to right on your screen here in the second half. And Logan Carson on fire, in fuego, however you want to spell it out. A perfect 8 of 8 from the field in the first half and 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 19 of the 36 Bearcat points.
Yeah, he's been fantastic here tonight, and we just hope he can carry some of that over into the second half. And the Bearcats have gotten really nothing out of Brandon Book or John Murphy, two of their leading scorers on the season, as Carson's been carrying them.
And Jackson immediately takes it in and up, as he only had 2 points in the first half. That's one of the stories, as he and Mells average almost 37 a night.
Jackson averaging 21.3 points per game, so the Cats have done a job on him.
Good pass inside, and Brandon Book to the lane. So Carson got the smaller Cole Myers on him, trying to give him some problems, and so he just feeds Brandon Book going into the lane for an easy layup. Mells inside now. Holmes able to get the steal. Matt Holmes, great play for Schmidt. Now for Carson, and Carson lost it out of bounds as Myers got there, and he probably should have just let Myers. I think Myers might have got a piece of that, and Logan tried to save it and just could not get it. And Logan Carson now sort of favoring that left side. Hopefully he's okay. And take a bump of any sort there. There's Jackson, goes up, try to force it up, didn't get it to go, and had his shot blocked. A.J. Schmidt, the loose ball. Schmidt the other way on the front court for Brandon Book, for A.J. A.J. stops for Book. Book looking, puts up a three, in and out, rebound Matt Holmes, goes back up strong, had it blocked, gets it back, and call a travel on Holmes. Apparently, did he just lose the ball? That had to be the reason they called the travel on it. I thought he had it knocked away.
I thought it was knocked out of his hands, and Holmes is making a gesture toward the trailing official that he got hit on the arm, and it looked like he did. The officials just didn't see it.
Vanderswag, his three is off the iron, no good. Holmes the rebound. Outlets for Carson, Logan Carson. Looking, spinning, almost lost it there. Book has it. Now for Schmidt. Schmidt with Mells on Carson. See if Logan Carson can get it. Make something happen. Now Carson going to the lane in the basket, and he scores. What a feed by Book. He returned the favor when Carson fed Book for the opening bucket of this half.
Carson now 9 for 9 from the field. He's going to miss eventually, but the Cats hope to ride him as long as they can. He is red hot tonight.
Let's hope that miss comes on Saturday as Jackson goes up and is fouled, and they'll get John Murphy. That's his third and team's first. The inbound, Jackson in. Mel's shot from the corner is good. That's a two by Reed Mells. 40-38, Bearcats by 2. Jackson, right wing, did not score in the first half. Jackson saw quite a bit of time. Book will pull up, contested jump shot off to the left of the iron, and the rebound to Mells. Mells, here he comes down the lane, dishes, Vanderswag goes up, he missed it. They go up and under, and Jackson the loose ball rebound. Jackson out running. Jackson trying to go in, cuts in, had it knocked away to Schmidt. Schmidt gets it back. Jackson in the corner. Michael Jackson, he'll come back out. We thought about driving and then thought better of it. A wise choice as they reset the offense. 18 to shoot. Left corner, Book. He'll put up another contested shot and hit this one over Seth Jackson. Brandon Book with 6.
Book doesn't mind those contested shots. If he can get his feet set at 6'6", he's able to shoot over a lot of guys.
Carson almost got the steal on Mells. It's an interesting matchup between those two as Jackson goes up, and now they're going to get Michael Jackson for the foul on Seth Jackson. Poor Michael, that's his first, team second.
Kyle Yates back in, replacing A.J. Schmidt. Two Bearcat point guards have done a nice job of handling the ball tonight.
Throw inside. Seth Jackson on Michael Jackson, turning, spinning, kicks it out. Burmester, they swung it out again in the corner. Myers back out to his brother. Now to Mells. He's open, 3, and that one off. Rebound, Seth Jackson runs over Yates and gets the bucket. Again,
Yates couldn't get set.
42-40, Bearcats by 2. Almost 4 minutes gone here in the second half. A very entertaining game here tonight thus far, and hopefully the Bearcats can keep it going. Book, little floater, short jumper, in and out, and the rebound, Burmester. They can tie or take the lead with a 3. Corey Myers to his brother Cole. 3 ball is off, and around the rim and goes down. My goodness, stayed around the iron and went down. And I was going to say earlier in the game that iron in the women's game seemed to be a little perplexing there. Had some problems as Holmes had it taken away. They have the lead and the ball. Going up, left it short that time, and again, they're looking for the foul call. Nothing there. Complain all you want, Coach. It's not going to happen. Got to fight through it. Book for 3. That one off the front of the rim, no good.
Not a good release that time for Book. He came up a little short on the shot.
And this time Mells misses.
The team's trading misses the last couple of possessions, and Cats are going to slow things down and get into that half court. Harry Statham will take a 30-second timeout.
And rightfully so, as the Bearcats try to regroup with this possession. Down 1 nearly 5 minutes into the second half.
Interesting dichotomy of statistics for the Bearcats. Logan Carson, 9 for 9 from the field. The rest of the team just 8 of 27. So you could say the Cats' cold shooting, everybody but Logan Carson really not shooting it all that well tonight. And we'll see if his play is enough to carry us to victory.
Arthur Williams, foul line extended, going to drive through 2 defenders and got a shot blocked and a foul. I actually think he got a break there. He was losing control going up there. He easily could have let that go.
I agree, Joe. An aggressive move that time by Arthur, and the Cats fortunate to get the foul call.
Seeing a few bewildered looks from both coaches on both sides here. So now the officials timeout. We'll take a break with them. 14:57 to play here in the second half. Truman State, a 1-point lead over the Bearcats. This is McKendree men's basketball. Center, that last foul on Cole Myers, his first, the team's first, and Arthur Williams to the line for 2 shots. Bearcats trail it by 1, 43-42. Arthur's first is perfect. He has 7 points, all off the bench, as he normally does. He and Kyle Yates accounting for the 11 points from the McKendree bench tonight. And gets the shooter's touch after that. Arthur with 8 points and really a great role here. 8.6 rebounds and 1 assist. He also has a steal here tonight.
Bearcats at 10 of 11 at the free throw line tonight. Just 57% coming into the game.
Mills pulled up. I'll tell you what, he shoots from inside the three-point arc. It's a different story. He's just a quick little player, and he's gone cold here the last few times. Yates for Murphy. Right baseline. Jackson going to bring it back to the wing. Michael Jackson looking, going to drive in the middle. Kicks it back out. Yates. Arthur, foul line extended. Going to go up, trying to go up and in, and gets blocked. Lost it. Now Jackson. He'll go up. Under Strong. He left it short. Gets his own rebound off his leg to Williams, and they'll reset the shot clock. Jackson's been aggressive, just hadn't been able to get it down. Now pull up and score, and Michael Jackson. Tell you what, if at first you don't succeed in big possession there, Bearcats now back up 3.
Jackson missed his first 7 shots from the field, so good to see him finally connect on one.
There's Corey Myers, goes up, and Arthur Williams got him, takes him down. And the foul that time on Arthur Williams. He's kind of swatted him away like a fly.
He erased that shot. Williams didn't even budge.
Corey Myers, 6'3" sophomore. His brother, Cole Myers, is a junior. And Corey with a free throw. That gives him 5. He has 5. His brother Cole, number 11, has 6 on a couple of made 3-point shots. Jackson back in. Erickson back out on the bench. One more for Corey. And that one will get the shooter's touch to go down. So he and his brother Cole with 6. He'll sit down. Vanderswag back on the floor with Mells. Jackson also back on the floor. Burmester and Cole Myers, the 5 for the Bearcats. Yates, Jackson, Carson, Murphy, and Williams out there. Carson driving. Bounces it. Bounce pass right baseline. Williams turning. Got a good look there. Goes off the glass. Boy, just back Burmester in. And almost like a playground. Easy does it, man, on a drill. And able to put it down. Bearcats lead by 3. Up top, Jackson trying to drive. Right elbow. Kicks it back out. Myers goes up. Runs over his man. No call there. Actually, no offensive foul call. They get it on Jackson on the block. And shot won't go down. And I wondered if Jackson either wasn't set or was he in that little half circle, which is an automatic block. And
he was outside the circle. No doubt about that. Had that been A.J. Schmidt, that would have been a charging foul. He just seems to have a knack for getting that call. Jackson, I think, maybe turned a little bit to the side right before the contact was made. Didn't hold his ground. He seemed to have established the position, but didn't sustain it.
Brandon Book back in for John Murphy. And Cole Myers makes them both. He's got 8. 48-47, Bearcats by 1, 13-12 to play, second half. Yates jogs it into the front court. Yates, little crossover, goes up strong, forced it in and scored. Kyle Yates. Wow. Career best 6 points, and then they almost lose the ball on the inbound. Mells runs back to get it, quickly gets it over the timeline. Burmester looking up top. Cole Myers. Now Jackson, a 3. That's going to be off the iron and back down. Boy, oh boy. Seth Jackson with the 3 ball to tie it at 50. And he got the friendly iron. You'd think they might be in Truman here with the way that iron's been treating him
twice this half. They've fired up an absolute brick that just deadened itself on the rim and fell in.
Michael Jackson fouled there. He almost lost the ball. And I think Seth Jackson got a little too much of him. Nope, they're going to give it to Cole Myers, his second. And that's the team's second. Bearcats have 4 team fouls here in this half. Mells will sit down. Corey Myers, number 12. So we got Cole, number 11, and Corey, number 12, in the game. And they'll throw it in, and Yates, we almost had it picked off. Here's Carson with Cole Myers on him. He'll just take it right to the hole. He missed that layup this time. Loose ball. Williams gets it back. He got fouled as he went back up. So Carson missed, but again, aggressive going to the basket. And I got to believe, I know the Myers brothers are pretty quick, but Carson, if he can match that quickness, certainly has the length and size to do that if he wants to in that matchup. I just don't think they have anybody that can cover him that can really match up. Maybe Seth Jackson.
Yeah.
As far as size, or even a Burmester, but I don't know if Burmester's not as quick as say, someone like Carson.
Well, Carson
moves pretty well, you know?
Yeah, and with his leaping ability at 6'5", he is a tough matchup at the guard position. And Williams makes 1 of 2 at the line. Carson now a pedestrian 90% from the field, 9 of 10 after that miss.
Seth Jackson up, he blocked the shot, but off book. Vanderswag goes back out, kicks it out. And Myers, boy, looked like he shuffled the feet, got away with a travel that time. He'll lob it to his brother, Cole Myers. 15 to shoot, trying to go on the block to Seth Jackson, guarded by Michael Jackson. Inside they go, and up and under and scoring is Cole Myers. 52-51 Truman by 1. Yates across the timeline, trying to take it in. He's trying to be aggressive going in. Left block, Arthur Williams. Williams to Book. Book guarded by Vanderswag. They're going to try to go cross-court, threw it away. Bad play there by Book. He had nowhere to go. I think the option was probably to see if he pull up and take a contested shot. Foul line, extended shot missed. And the rebound, Michael Jackson. Here they come the other way, 2-on-3. Michael slow it up, wait for some help.
Good decision there by Michael. Not force the issue, wait for his teammates to catch up.
Yates calls the play. 20 to shoot. Bearcats down 1. Yates gets a pick out high. Looking for help out of Jackson. Carson, left baseline, pull-up jumper is no good off the iron, and the rebound, Cole Myers. So he's missed his last 2, Carson. Here's Corey Myers. Now for Burmester. Burmester, Williams on him. Seth Jackson going to get a pick. 3 ball is no good, and the rebound right to Yates. Now up inside for Michael Jackson, had it knocked away. Vanderswag came flying in, knocked it away from Jackson.
He had to put it on the floor, and that allowed the Truman State to step in and get the steal.
Jackson frustrated, you can tell. 30-second timeout called by Truman State.
Murphy into the game for Jackson. Murphy has not scored, nor has A.J. Schmidt, so 2 of the starters held scoreless for the Cats tonight, and just 6 points from Brandon Book, our leading scorer. And yet we're only down 1, so Bearcats turn up the pressure on defense. I think some good things can happen here for him.
Billy Daniel back in the game. He gets it left block on Book, turning, spinning, floats a shot, and will not get it to go down. They had a putback try, no good, and Arthur Williams couldn't handle it. He was battling Connor Erickson, who checked back in for that loose ball putback. And they'll retain possession halfway through this second half, and a 1-point lead for Truman. Arthur Williams will check out. I'm just going to say, it looked like he might need a breather there. Matt Holmes back into the game, and see if Matt can give him some valuable minutes here. He had 5 points in the first half.
Yeah, Arthur averaging just under 22 minutes a game, and Coach had a talk with Matt Holmes there before sending him into the game. It's been a tough night for him, but still a lot of time left for him to do some good things tonight. Hopefully the Bearcats will come away with a W.
Off the missed shot, Bearcats with possession and a chance to regain the lead, and that ball kicked by Corey Myers. And now we'll get the officials' timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them. 9:43 to play, second half. Truman State leading the Bearcats 52-51. Back with more on the Bearcats Sports Network. 20 of 42 from the field, 48% Truman. 19 of 51 at 37.3%, but those 3-point baskets. They're 9 of 20 from 3. Bearcats 0 of 5. Something to keep in mind here as this game goes on.
So they've scored 18 more points from beyond the arc. The free throw shooting has been more of a weapon for the Bearcats, and they've done a better job in the paint.
Holmes up and under, and he missed the layup. Boy, he had a great move, and he just a little too much English on that layup try. As they come back the other way, Mills had it stripped away. Here comes Schmidt. Schmidt on the steal. AJ bounce pass into Carson. Layup is good.
23 points now for Logan Carson off the nice feed from Schmidt.
There's Mills trying to get around Holmes. Cut off there. Throws it back. Open three. Corey Myers goes back up. Had his shot blocked. It looked like Murphy got him.
Murphy will get called for the foul. Holmes also in the neighborhood. Exactly 9 minutes to go in the game. The Bearcats up by a single point.
That's 4 on John Murphy as well. 15 foul. And
boy, a tough night for Murph. No points and 4 fouls.
Corey Myers gets the iron roll as well, as you would expect.
Wow. Normally the rim pretty tight in the west end of the gym, but
they know that the visiting team's shooting there this half, right? I mean,
a lot of bricks have fallen through the cylinder in this second half for Truman, and we're tied at 53. Both teams very effective at the foul line this evening. 6 of 7 now for Truman, make it 7 of 8. The Bearcats 11 of 13 at the line.
Back up by 1, 54-53. Bearcats with Yates, Book, Schmidt, Jackson, and Holmes on the floor now. They give Carson a breather. Probably till the next, trying to get him to the next TV timeout. AJ had it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Bearcats retain possession, 21 to shoot. Schmidt will inbound to Yates. He does. Yates sets the offense. Bearcats need to find some offense. This 5 on the floor here. Not a lot of scoring out of these 5 here today. At least tonight. Yates has been the leader, though. Book cut off there. Yates for Schmidt. Bounce pass into Holmes. Goes up. Had his shot blocked. Went up. Tried to go up left side. Had it blocked from behind as they collapsed on him.
Just not his night, and Arthur Williams going to be coming back into the game with the next dead ball.
Mills. Corey Myers. They go inside, and scoring is Billy Daniel. He's got 6. He went right at Holmes, and they have a 3-point lead with 8 to go here in the second half. Could be a big possession here for the Bearcats. Want to keep this close. Yates works off the pick. Book almost had it taken away. He gets it back. Now double teamed in the corner. Book going to go up and under. Had his shot blocked. Jackson gets the loose ball. Jackson tried to go right back up and drew the foul. And we'll get 2 shots on the foul.
One thing Michael Jackson's really good at is staying with the play. He's very persistent, especially in the offensive end. Keep going after those offensive rebounds if he misses that shot. And the 6'5" sophomore from O'Fallon, good on the first free throw. 62% at the line on the season. Jackson now averaging in double figures on the year at 11.4. And makes them both, so a couple big free throws for Michael.
He has 4 points tonight, just 1 of 8 from the field, 5 rebounds. Has an assist as well, and not turned it over. That's the good news there. Seth Jackson trying to back him in from the right block, trying to go up, spinning, moving, and scoring.
Defense could have been better that time for the Bearcats. They were kind of caught a little bit flat-footed.
11 now for Seth Jackson. He, Mills, and Myers. Cole Myers are the double-figure scorers, and Yates goes up and draws contact in the foul. Kyle Yates just aggressively going in there. This is great to see here as he is really shown some aggressiveness.
Hardly played in the first semester, but with the injury to Nate Michael, getting an opportunity here, and a good decision there as he saw an opening in the defense, took it right to the basket, and another free throw for Yates.
He has a career best 7 points tonight, 2 of 4 from the field, perfect from the foul line so far, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals.
So 22 off the bench for Williams, Yates, and Jackson. Make it, the second free throw rims out for Yates, but 2-point deficit now for the Bearcats.
That's on me as well. I apologize for that as Seth Jackson goes up and draws the foul.
Bearcats foul number 20, Michael Jackson. That's his third.
3 fouls now on Michael Jackson. 16 fouls, so both teams not far from the bonus. 5 team fouls for Truman State.
And so the Bearcats now at and trail by 3 as Seth Jackson makes the first. Seth Jackson only had 2 points in the first half, and he now has 12, so 10 in the second half. Looking to give him a 4-point lead, and he does. And Bearcats trail by 4, 7 minutes to go, and again, got to keep this close. You want to let any team get a run here. It could be astronomical, and then Yates now a turnover. Here comes Corey Myers the other way, and Mel's trying to go up for an alley-oop, and he gets knocked back down by Kyle Yates. Yates was trying to get him. They went up there. He and Carson were both going up to make sure that pass got blocked. There wasn't any alley-oop there.
And the Truman State got caught trying to be a little too fancy there. The Bearcats hustling back on defense. So 60-56. Bearcats can't afford to fall too far behind here.
Seth Jackson looking to throw it in, does to Daniel. He thought about the 3, now to Jackson. Seth Jackson back up top, Mills. Corey Myers. Daniel looking. Back to Corey Myers. Now for Seth Jackson. Seth Jackson looking. Going to try to go in the paint. Kicks it back out. Vanderswag. 12 to shoot. Mills. Yates on him. He'll pull up. Jump shot well short off the front iron. And the rebound to Yates. One and done there. Bearcats get it back. Carson going to drive. Baseline up and under and scores. Boy, just took it right to the hole. Carson with 25.
11 for 13 from the field.
Now Mel's a floater. That one will not go down. This time he didn't get the iron. He got a couple of cracks at it. They quickly get it ahead. Michael Jackson trying to drive. Right baseline. Forced it up. It will not go down. Iron's not kind.
No.
It's terrible.
Not for Michael tonight. It's been a tough shooting night for him, but you really have to admire the effort that he and the energy that he's had off the bench for the Bearcats.
He hasn't lost that aggressiveness. That's as you said, that's the key. You said you do admire it because when a guy misses 7 out of 8 or 8 out whatever it is, Jackson.
He missed his first 7 shots, but he keeps trying it, and the effort is definitely there for him. He keeps after it, especially on the offensive glass. Makes 1 of 2 at the line. So the Cats down by 1, under 6 to go.
The corner, and Book able to knock it away, almost able to save it. By Brandon Book, good defensive play there. And Book with only 6 tonight. Book was 3 of 10 from the field. He's got 6. Murphy 0 of 2, 4 fouls, has not scored. Trying to do it. Good defensive play here. Seth Jackson knifing in the lane in a floater. And again, Bearcats did not defend that well. Seth Jackson suddenly with 15 points. So he and Mel's, we talked about it, 37 coming into the game. They've combined now for 29. So getting towards that season average. Yates, little crossover. Goes up and under. Had his shot blocked. Tried to get the loose ball and taken by Burmester. So Yates just went through the land of the Giants there and ran into a roadblock. Here's Seth Jackson going up. Had his shot blocked by Williams. Williams trying to get back up and into the play. And then we get a timeout called by Chris Foster of Truman State. It's going to be a 30-second call. We'll keep it right here. 5:11 to play. Bearcats trail by 3. Truman State ball when we come back from the timeout.
And the bench players, along with Logan Carson, really have been the story tonight for the Bearcats. They need a few defensive stops here in the final minutes.
And a missed shot there, but he gets his own rebound, does Corey Myers. To brother Cole, back to Corey. Driving, right baseline, kicks it out. Cole Myers, wide open 3, and he hits it. That's an absolute dagger right there.
The Bearcats have not defended the three-point shot very well at all tonight. They've overplayed that ball numerous times down low and allowed Truman to kick it out for wide open 3.
Yates coming out of the corner. Tried to wrap a pass down for Carson, threw it away. So another turnover. So Yates with a couple of turnovers in the last few possessions. And A.J. Schmidt set to check back in here shortly. Bearcats down 6 and Truman with the ball. And this is a big possession here. They need a stop. They throw it inside. Burmester scores.
Well, now a three possession game, and Bearcats got a lot of good minutes out of Kyle Yates, but he's not used to playing this much and maybe getting a little bit fatigued.
There's Jackson. Trying to get it up. He forced it up and scores. Michael Jackson, a quick basket to answer. He's got 6, and the deficit 6 with 4 to go.
So still plenty of time for the Cats.
Erickson looking to drive. He gets the lane, and he'll jam it. This took Book right to the bucket and jammed it home.
Book missed the start a couple of games ago. Not sure if he's quite back to 100% yet.
Williams, the right block. Sit back out. Book, 3-ball. That's good, and we finally get a 3 as Brandon Book answers. 69-64, and that streak will stay alive.
With 3:27 to go, the first 3 of the game. And Cats going to win this one. They're going to have to do it on defense. It's down 5, 3:15 to go.
Erickson up top. To Myers. Mel's trying to drive in traffic. Kicks it out. Burmester. Now for Erickson. Left block. Trying to back in Book. Trying to spin baseline. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds. They get the loose ball. And then Williams able to get it back after the second attempt. Doesn't fall. Quickly ahead. Jackson. Looking. Going to pull up. Jump shot is good. Michael Jackson. And there he is. He's hit his last 2. And Michael Jackson now with 7. Bearcats within 3.
Michael's a confident player, and he just keeps coming at you. And shots weren't falling early, but now he's knocking some down when they count.
Corey Myers to Erickson. Over to Mills. Now for Erickson again. Bounce pass inside, but Cole didn't want any part of that. Kicks it back up top. Open 3. A big man trying to drive, and Arthur just put a little backside into him there, and we get whistle for the foul, and that'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity when we return. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Arthur Williams and the 7th team foul on the Bearcats. Final official foul shot.
Well, neither of them great shooters at the foul line. Burmester 64% on the season. Perfect on that one.
He's got 6. He'll get the bonus.
Erickson just 61. So back to a 2-possession game. Now a 5-point lead for Truman State.
Bearcats need a bucket. 2:15 to go, down 5. Schmidt to Carson. Carson trying to spin off the defender. It's a pick from Arthur Williams. Now crossed over, and we get a carry call on Carson.
Well,
it's a big one there.
The rare turning the ball over call, which you almost never see. I don't know if they're allowed to call that in the NBA anymore, but Carson trying to do maybe a little bit too much there. Terrific night for him, 11 for 13 from the field, 25 points. The Cats lose this one, it won't be because of Logan Carson, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. They need stops here. Got to put the skids on right now. Seth Jackson, Michael Jackson guarding him, 20 to shoot. Burmester, Anderswag, top. Now we get a whistle and a holding call on Michael Jackson. With 15 to shoot, 1:45 to go. It's going to put Seth Jackson to the foul line, and he is a good free throw shooter. So it's a 1-and-1 opportunity, and we got to hope for a little bit of help here from a guy that
Jackson 71%, and he shot 109 free throws in their 11 games prior to tonight. So young man averaging 21 points per game. The Cats have done a pretty good job on him overall. 16 points now with that first free throw, so still 5 under his season average.
And he had 2 at the half. So that's been a big one. He's had a big second half here. 14 of his 16 in the second half. He'll get one more throw. And the Bearcats in some trouble here, down by 7 now with 1:45 to go. As Truman pulling away here in the second half. Carson. Pop rolling to the bucket. It's Williams. Gets fouled in the bucket. Arthur Williams. Good pick and roll play with Logan Carson. He gets the bucket, and he'll go to the foul line with a chance to narrow this down to 4 points. So big free throw coming for Arthur.
13 points tonight for Arthur off the bench and make it 14. And that couldn't have worked out much better for the Cats, Joe. Not a lot of time off the clock, and they get 3 points out of that possession. Boy, if we can get a stop here, this could get very interesting.
They're in the bonus now as well. 18 fouls in the Bearcats, 7 now for Truman State. They have the ball, Truman State. Minute 25 to go, 28 on the shot clock. Mills are going to run the weave. Bearcats got to be careful, got to be really good defensively. Don't fall asleep here. Seth Jackson trying to back down Michael Jackson. Needs some help. They're going to kick it out, and now we get a timeout called by Chris Foster, Vanderswag, Corey Myers, and Mills. They inbound to Mills, far corner. He brings it back out up top. 10 to shoot. Up top, Seth Jackson clears out. Driving, kicks it out. Corner, Vanderswag, a three, missed it, and the long rebound to Book. Gets it out to Schmidt. A minute to go. Bearcats trail by 4. Let's see if they get a bucket here. A.J. Schmidt looking, stops. Brandon Book trying to drive, cut off left elbow. Now Williams hands it to Carson. Carson going to pull up. Long 2 is good. Logan Carson, 27. Bearcats within 2. They burn a timeout with 44.8 seconds. So if they can get a stop here, again, they're going to have a 9.8 second difference.
I think we'll see McKendree try to go for a steal.
Inbound to Mills. He jogs it across the timeline. 40 seconds to go. Corey Myers up top on Schmidt on him. Now Mills with Carson on him.
They're going to play it out.
Yep. Mills going to kick it back out. Seth Jackson looking, trying to drive. Goes up, floats it off the glass. Didn't get it. Loose ball rebound to Williams. Bearcats now can hold for the last shot. 20 seconds to go. Carson across the timeline. Carson going to drive, goes in, draws traffic, and an offensive foul on Logan Carson.
Wow, not sure about that at all, as he was angling in from right to left and did not think the defender was set, but that is a critical call here, a non-shooting player control foul, as they say. Take a timeout and set something up.
So here we go. Bearcats pressing, and get Mills on the foul as A.J. Schmidt pretty much
just dragged him down to the floor. No time off the clock, so that's what they call a smart foul, because still time left. Now, terrific foul shooting tonight for Truman. 13 of 14. They are 12 of 12 in the second half.
And that's clutch. It's what you want.
So you say they're due to miss.
Mills has not attempted a foul line shot here tonight. He'll get 2 regardless because it's a double bonus.
They're a very good foul shooting team, 73% on the season. Much better than the Bearcats in that category. Kyle Yates now checks in, replacing Schmidt. Yates gives the Bearcats a little bit more of an offensive threat.
Mills with 15, only 3 in the second half, and he buries his second one. So they got a 4-point lead, 14 seconds to go. Carson coming up. Carson looking. Carson going to go and had the ball stripped away. Ball loose. Comes to Jackson. He'll put up a 3 ball. It's no good. Carson, the putback. Won't go. Loose ball rebound. Out to Carson. Foul line extended. He'll miss, and that'll do it for the game. 75-71. Truman State holds on and pulls this one out. And the Bearcats fall to 0-3 in GLVC play in 6-4 overall. Let's take an extended timeout. We'll wrap this one up and go to our post game right after this. And Logan Carson, fantastic career high game for him tonight, 27 points and really a perfect first half. I mean, 8 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the foul, 19 points. They guarded him a little more closer, but he again had such a great night tonight. Just seemed, even after that early turnover in the first couple minutes of the game, after that he seemed like such a confident player that he just felt like, you could see him watching him, he felt like, no one can guard me, and I'm going to be able to do whatever I can against whoever's out there, and it seemed to be pretty good, and they seem to tighten it up on him a little bit. But again, great performance by him tonight as well.
Yes, it was, and in his defense, on his behalf, rather, he's been injured. He took a very hard fall at Maryville. He's got a hip that's been bruised, and he's been playing subpar. He's a little healthier than he's been since the Maryville game, but he did play tough. He's a courageous kid and did very, very well.